Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be telling you a bit about what exactly I actually did to prepare for the NPTE exam since I have now completed it. A few months ago I had posted a video about what my personal plan was for preparing for the NPTE, and I just wanted to revisit it and talk about what I changed, exactly how it carried out, and how long I spent studying, especially because for those of you who don't know, I studied for the NPTE during my final clinical experience, so I was kind of limited on my time just because I had clinic all day and would have to come home and really try and get time in on the weekends. Now this video, I'm not going to go too much into what my initial plan was. If you want to know what it was, you can check out the link. I'll put it in my description for that video, so that way you can see the full plan, but I'll just give you kind of a quick recap of exactly what I did so that you have a good idea of how it kind of changed compared to what I thought I was going to do. Originally, I had made a plan where I really utilized the Score Builder's book to kind of give me an outline for reviewing all the important topics, and I had that be a majority of my studying except for the last about week and a half based on that original plan. And I followed that original plan for the good chunk of the first half of my studying, and then I had the opportunity to take a test or two, and I really found that I was slowly progressing in what I was remembering, but it wasn't like I was having a lot of big impact. So in the end, I actually started to accelerate my way through that kind of study plan of doing those readings, doing the quizzes that Score Builders offers, and kind of getting my way through those a little bit quicker, just because when I was getting to the practice tests themselves, I didn't see as much of the impact right away. So I felt if I could get my full initial review done faster, then it would provide me more opportunity to do at least what I found to be the more meaningful studying later on. Of course, throughout all of this, I was also utilizing some of the apps like the PT365 app as well as the Final Frontiers app to do occasional questions kind of spread out in between. But I did save that a lot for the end and let them build up over time. So that way, near the end, I had some more opportunity to almost do some mini tests all together in a row where I would do a series of 45 questions and grade myself to see exactly how I was doing without having to buy myself an extra test. Then on top of that, I was also, as I went through each of my practice exams, I made sure to find exactly what topics I was missing on each of the tests, wrote down how many times I was missing a certain subject, and then I started creating Quizlet flashcards in order to really get those kind of rote memorization things that are those lower level 1 type questions, just to make sure that I was getting all of the easier questions that I could get. By accelerating through everything and really focusing on those flashcards and the secondary reviews, it provided me the opportunity in those last kind of two and a half weeks to really focus on reviewing all of my mistakes, going through the tests, and really just making sure that I understood how the test was going to ask questions so that I could move forward from there and start performing a little bit better, not only on the content side, but also on the test taking side, to make sure that I had the strategies appropriate for this test specifically. So really about halfway through preparing for the NPTE, I had really kind of changed things up quite a bit. And overall, I did end up spending a decent amount of time, especially when you consider that I was in clinic. I spent just over 100 hours studying during the 90 days that I kind of had this plan for. So I was a little bit over an hour every single day leading up to the exam. And of course, luckily for me, if you haven't seen already, I did pass the NPTE, which was great. But that's just kind of how I adjusted my schedule as a whole. Of course, you can see it in action by checking out my NPTE study update videos that I will also make sure are linked in the description below. but that's just kind of my update of how things changed and adjusted based on what I was seeing along the way. And in the next couple of weeks, I am hoping to put out another video where I can really talk about what I would suggest for all of you to be able to do for your studying so that you can have an even better chance at passing than I did, because of course it worked out for me. I made it to the end in a lot of work through clinic and everything like that, but I know that my study plan wasn't perfect and I didn't realize what I was missing until halfway through. So hopefully when I put that video out, it will provide you all a chance to start at a peg higher than where I was to really help you succeed with your NPTE. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe down below, as well as check out my other content, all the NPTE content that I've been putting out the past couple of months, my day in the life content, as well as some others that I will be hoping to continue to post as I get closer and closer to graduation. Also, you can check out my link in the description for 20% off Picmonic. You can utilize their 5-day free trial to see if it's right for you. But thank you all so much for watching. This has been KBDBT, and I'll see you all in the next video.